Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's lesson, we will model exercise 6 step by step. In this tutorial, I will show you two important professional techniques, including how to measure dimensions directly from 2D drawing using DMU 2D viewer, and how to correctly create an angle cylinder using reference planes. Let's start and analyze the part together.
I was dreaming in my sleep, now wide awake. With CATIA by my side, there's no mistake. Always had a wish to create and design. Now I'm building futures one line at a time. Could sketch a ship or design a plane. With CATIA, every dream I can sustain. Stay with me, I'll show you how it's done. Our journey to the stars has just begun. Dreams with CATIA come alive, stay tuned. In a world of possibilities, our talents bloomed. From the sketch pad to reality, watch us soar. With every click and curve, we crave for more. From the smallest bolt to tower.
Hello everyone. Today we want to draw this shape together. As usual, we first analyze the shape. The shape includes a rectangular base with two pipes. I place the symmetry lines on the rectangle. I consider the origin at the center of the rectangle. Look at the 3D view that shows the bottom of the part. You can see that part of the pipes are visible from below. The angle between the two pipes is 60 degrees. Now we start by drawing the rectangle. Using the XY plane, I enter the sketcher. I draw a centered rectangle. Without dimensioning, I go back to the part design to check the coordination of the created shape with the drawing. I return to the rectangle sketch. I correct the shape. I start dimensioning. From the drawing, I can find the length of the rectangle. The dimensioning starts step by step from the starting point. I calculate the length of the rectangle as 50 millimeters. Now I look for the width of the rectangle. I cannot find it. First point. Here the software gives us a useful option. With this option, we can measure dimensions directly from 2D drawings. It is like using a ruler on a paper drawing. This tool is available in the digital markup environment. Click on the Start in the menu bar to open the drop-down menu. Move the mouse down and select Digital Markup. A secondary menu opens and from there click on DMU 2D Viewer. The measuring environment opens. This environment is very simple. There is a toolbar called DMU 2D Tools. The first tool is Insert 2D Document. Click on it and the Windows File Selection window opens. Find the drawing image through this window. Click on it and then press Open. The drawing image enters CATIA and is displayed in this environment. Note that your image must be on the desktop or inside a folder with an English name. It's better to place the image on the desktop first and open it from there. Now we need the second tool. This tool is called 2D Measure. Click on it. Its window opens. At the top of the window there are two options. First, activate the calibration option. Now look at the mouse cursor on the screen. Two small blue circles move with the mouse. Move the cursor to one side of a known dimension on the drawing. When the two circles are exactly in the correct position, click. Two red circles appear there. Move to the other side of the dimension and click in the correct position. Two red circles appear there as well. Now at the bottom of the 2D measure window, you see the calibration box active. Type the real dimension value from the drawing into this box. Now the software is calibrated. Do not click close. Activate the measure option at the top of the window. Move the mouse to the element you want to measure and click on its two ends like before. Now read the value written in the measure type field. This is the dimension of that element. Note that the more accurate you click during calibration, the more accurate the unknown dimensions will be. However, the dimension will not be 100% exact and you must adjust it yourself. I obtained the width of the rectangle as 40 millimeters. In the part design, I extrude the rectangle to a height of 5 mm using the pad tool. Now I want to create the recess under the cube. Using the bottom surface of the cube, I enter the sketcher. I draw the required shape for the pocket. Note that if we had applied fillets to the cube corners before, drawing the circles would be easier. In that case, I would use the hole tool and make it concentric to the fillets. But in the drawing, the distance from the circle centers to the cube edges is given, so I draw the circle without fillets. After fully constraining the sketch, I subtract it from the cube using the pocket tool. You can see the final shape. Now I want to draw the two pipes. First I draw the cylinder along the length of the cube. I draw it from the center of the cube. According to the drawing, the center of the cylinder is 10 mm from the XY plane and its total length is 70 mm. The cylinder extends equally on both sides. So using the YZ plane, I enter the sketcher. I draw a circle with a diameter of 18 mm and set its position. In part design, I use pad with the mirrored extend option and extrude it 35 mm. Now I want to draw the second cylinder. Its axis makes a 60-degree angle with the first cylinder axis. Its start point is 40 mm from one surface of the first cylinder, so its center is not exactly at the origin. I color one surface of the first cylinder blue to see positions better in the sketcher. Since the XY plane is at the bottom of the cube and the cylinder center is 10 mm above it, first I create an offset plane 10 mm above the XY plane. Using this plane, I enter the sketcher. I draw an inclined line. I set its length to 45 millimeters and its angle to 60 degrees relative to the first cylinder axis. I set its start point 40 millimeters from the blue edge and on the horizontal axis. Now I use the output feature tool to make this line selectable in part design. Why did I not directly use the sketch in part design without output feature? I return to part design. Second point, I create a plane using the option normal to curve. If I select the inner vertex inside the first cylinder and enter the sketcher with that plane, I can draw the circle and create the cylinder. But there is one issue. Since part of the sketch circle is behind the horizontal axis, after extrusion an extra material is created. Of course, I can remove it with the path tool. But this method is not 100% precise. If I create the plane at the outer vertex instead, draw the circle there, and use path with the up to surface option until the surface of the first cylinder. The result will be correct. There is also a flange on the inclined cylinder. By selecting the cylinder surface or the created plane, I enter the sketcher and draw the flange shape. I define its position. Then I extrude it, import design. Both cylinders have through holes. In both cylinders, I first create the smaller diameter holes and then the larger holes. Finally, I create the fillets on the cube first. Then I create the holes on the cube. After that, I apply the final fillets on the shape. Well, today's exercise is finished here. Please watch the lesson carefully. The second time, draw it from your memory. I hope the points I explained were interesting for you. Good luck. Goodbye until the next lesson.
Let's build the future.